Hello everybody, once again, we got another spin round of spinels of part 6. Almost losing track of how many parts we done. It's always 7 every week. So, let's show you the lineup. We got Carnival versus Brock, Gecko versus Boombox, Sandman, Beetle, Varsity Squad versus Spiral, and Alien versus Avalanche. Weird names, interesting names, intriguing names, and competitors go all. I've been doing a lot of math recently among the stuff, well, that's all the stuff from this season. But towards the end of the book here is like what's it called, a lot of the math I've been doing for knowing the measurements. And that's basically going to be the format, hopefully, when I get those up. So I'm going to do 2 videos today so I can have tomorrow off. So I can dedicate an entire day tomorrow for me to do it. I don't know if I could, but it's all up to me. So let's get this stuff started. For the first one of the day, let's get this one started. Almost had a rhythm right there. Almost sounded like supposed to say something, but I don't know. When you're 50%, like when you're 50, like split on about to say something like a normal voice, you're about saying some random voice. That's what you get. Who's gonna win this one? I think either one could win. Carnival could definitely power flip it, hit it hard enough to go lopsided. But Brock can probably beat Carnival's full defensive strategy. Like these things come off pretty easily. This is the downside of that. Like there, that was a major hit. It's a claw right there. Yeah, that's gotta be another major hit there. Not all structurally sound on full size. It would have been better in some direction. But a lot of the strategy of doing this and doing that doesn't really work out recently. I don't know why. Mostly you have to do like, what's it called? You know, to put the thing a little lower in to make it a little bit more defensively so it doesn't stay exposed. And that one over just about flipped right there. That's what I meant, how it can go either way. Defensive versus top flippiness. That's why I'm going to get a weight so I can tell how flippable one is compared to another. And formally calculate that it can really help with the playoff strategy and how to actually look at each matchup. And then you can possibly tell who can favor for a matchup. That's crazy right there. Flip. And that was probably the closest match probably this season because look at that. Look how close that was from breaking. And that wasn't even the main thing that was going to break off. Look at that. This thing. What is this thing like? Trying to find a perfect analogy. It's like made of glass or something. I don't know. More defensive, but yeah, that was the first one. So here's the next one. Let's get this one started. Sorry, that's what that was. That was my first whisper impression. Okay. This one's a little bit rambunctious. I don't know if this one already happened. I don't know. A lot of matchups I feel like already happened. I can't watch every one of my videos before it already happened, so I just can't look at every matchup. But maybe I could, but I don't think I have that much time on my hands. And sometimes when I look up something that's happened, chances are like 90% of the time it didn't. So sometimes I feel like I'm just rolling stuff crazy for no reason. So I just let it be. Because I don't want to waste all my time thinking this one always happened and had a matchup. And I could be mistaken for some other time. But like, I could be mistaken for a single competitor. I think that was a fling and it affected this one badly. I guess it's a fling back. I don't know, I guess you have to fling them. They're basically stationary. That was a ricochet, but didn't hit on boombox or stop motion. That time you don't. Ricochet attacks are so interesting because you can easily gain a lot more force, and if it's like spawned like right off from the thing, you can mistake it for a fling, but it's not. It's really strategic. I don't even know how to even get one done. Usually it's a luck of the student how it does it and how long the weapons are, and that's another beneficial way of having long weapons because you can definitely use that side of advantage to get better speed, to get a better hit on the opponent. That's one thing I want to learn about these things. And then it happened to last season. I really noticed that advantage. Like anything can do it, it just depends how close to the edge you really spin it again, and how far off the edge and how maneuverable it is. But Gecko is basically done here. There's a way you can get the bottom off. Maybe you're gonna finish it like that. Yeah, this thing's done. Stop watching, just end it like that. I have another battle that can definitely go either way here. So let's see who wins this one. Beetle here is also one that I made in a Minecraft creation, and you can definitely see that. I'm gonna put the image in some caption. You probably see it now. That's why I'm not doing the battle full force off. But once we continue, that took a major hit to Sandman. That first hit. Sandman's already a 2-loss competitor. I was undefeated for the longest. The 9 wins. Now it's 9-2. Took 2 straight. Hopefully he doesn't want to take 3 straight. That'll be very bad for seeding. But I think Beetle has the power to deliver an upset. Even though, nope, it's not going to happen. Even though Beetle has the power and essentials. But the defense really kind of sucks for this season. Kind of really collapses on itself when we need it most. Put that in the wrong place. Sandman ends up winning 10 of the season. Yeah, that first hit was really putting Sandman in danger with that last battle. But it still somehow escaped with the dub, with the W, the win, depending on what you want to really call it. I wonder, when they say dub as in win, is that a short way of saying W? Is that how it began? It may sound weird, but I can't think of any other way to make called dub. The more you know. And I think Spiral's already down. Maybe we can get a good flip on this one. The way I officially get it for the count. Well, I almost flipped Varsity squad right there. Oh my. Yeah, this is definitely knocked out now. You can definitely call that a knockout. Before we get to the final one today, I do got bad news. It came to my attention that this one has got a broken piece right there. Yeah, I just now noticed that. That wasn't there before. Hopefully I can replace that. That's going to suck. Another one. I have to do that. Maybe I have to flip it around, but still, that sucks. A lot of impact can really damage some of these pieces. And a lot of battles really matter, especially when you're facing against something big as this one. Maybe it's potentially damaging, but it can really happen against any opponent anytime. It's really sad seeing that happen. Happened a lot during this time of doing this, but it's bound to happen, but it's not too common for me to actually consider doing this as an option. So, let's get that to the final fight for that being said. I went about maybe like a foot or two on one piece. This piece is where it moved like that. No, that was a flip. I thought that was going to be a double knockout because I saw this one go. I thought that one flipped. And then, yeah, that's crazy. Avalanche loses to Alien. 2 bad bots, but one of them had to win in the final fight of the day. Hope you enjoy about that one. And that's going to be all of that. So we're trying to get to the notebook section and track down wins and losses. Wrong page. Oh, no. So this is that season 20. Let me find it. Season 21. Oh no, it's my characters. Oh no, more characters. I went too far. Oh, I should have had this page in standby. Finding that. Oh, there it is. After you found out the whole gallery, I was planning to do a video of that. About my favorite jokes I made in my journal. I'll probably do that. But I don't know. It was probably maybe experimental. I can't talk. So, Carnival with the win. I have to remember correctly who won, which one. Boombox won that one. Sandman won that one. Had a boulder with us. I can look at that battle. Varsity Squad won that one. an alien won that one. That's a hard one to see since it says A versus AV. Looks like it says AVS AV. So it looks like it's kind of coincide with each other. It's hard to really realize that. So I didn't know what the one underlined for a quick second. 3-9 finishes the regular season. A horrible seeding potential. Boombox. Well, chicken dinner. Well, if Legos cannot eat dinner, unless it's made out of Legos, then that's up to your imagination. But there seems like a lot more than they should for part 6. Still are not crossed out. Usually there's a few ones I forget to cross out by the end. Not really cross out, but you know what I mean. So, Carnival with victory. Brock with a loss, 7-5. That ends the regular season. A pretty good comeback from being down 2-2, being 7-3 in the fights continuing from that one, including a 5-win streak. So it really kind of took a downward spiral coming in from being 6-3 to 7-5, especially taking 2 straight losses. So that's how to get the full aspect of its regular season. Blue Beetle gets a loss in a very tough Week 12 battle that was expected to win. Flower loses in a should have been a win situation, but Varsity squad is now 6-6, had a better record, so I guess it was the favor of that one. Gecko finished the season 7-5, just being ranked, but now being dethroned from the rankings. And probably going to be like an 8 seed or something, 7 seed or something. Not a good seed, I'm going to tell you that. And Rowdies are really going to try to do best of not getting a bad record. I got to get this one last time. But I think that's all of them for this today. And then there's only a few more from tomorrow, so I'll just show that one. I'll record that one today, so goodbye.